Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are creating two custom Patreon spreads for the month of November. So first up, we have Donna, who requested a monthly favorites and memories page. So typically I combine like a currently and a favorites. However, because Donna wants her currently to match her monthly, we're doing favorites and memories, which I think is really fun. And she wanted kind of a traditional like fall Thanksgiving vibe. So I pulled out Amber Allure by Wrong Wrong because I saw these florals and just thought that they were absolutely stunning and really reminded me of like this fall season. So we're going to start, whoops, these stickers just want to go down already. Put this here, and then there were some more. There's those, but I also saw them on another page over here. So I thought that instead of just like lining both pages with the same way, we would kind of go this way. That's pretty. And then continue it right over here like that. And then we kind of have it on both sides, but not like perfectly, aligned all the way across the bottom. I feel like we just need one more to kind of fill in that gap a little bit. Now, we're going to cut some of these extras. Okay. Pretty. We also have to punch here. We'll do that at the end. And then I think this went over just a touch. So I'm just going to slice this. What a shock. I didn't get stickers down perfectly straight the first time, but you can't tell that it's crooked at all. Okay. Now we need, this is where sometimes it gets tough because these are just lined pages. I need to be able to somehow put November in here. So I have Dated Basics Volume 4 by Kell of a Plan. And let's see. We have a little November. We also have this bigger one. I feel like we can do this little one because Donna knows where it's going to be in her planner, right? It'll be in the November section. But if I put November here, I think we can do favorites, and then I think we can maybe do memories down here. I'm hesitant to do the letters yet because I kind of want to see what other colors we're going for before I choose that and maybe some washi to coordinate. So one of the reasons that I really liked this sticker book is that there are some boxes that I feel like would be really fun to be able to put memories down in, like this one. Actually, before I put that down, I did see another like this. So will these both fit? They will. Okay, so this one is gonna go right here. And then we're going to put this one here because this is going to be the space for the memories. This whole side is going to be space to write that down. So I wanted to go for kind of some bigger boxes here because I feel like when you're writing memories down, having bigger boxes helps. Let's see. We have another one of these. I kind of want to pull out all the boxes that I'm looking to use before I necessarily put any others down. But I do think, oh, well, maybe we do a little bit of layering because I was going to put this here and then I remembered I want the space to be able to write down memories. So let's put this down. And then that kind of shows me what we have left space-wise. So we need to include some more color because we're going pretty neutral except for this. So I love these little Polaroids, but I don't know if they're gonna work here. We'll find what we need. Those boxes are too small. Okay, I think we're gonna need to go for this one. Put this here. Again, I like the layering look. And then I think it would be fun to include these two, but again, I just want to be mindful of leaving enough room at the bottom. I mean, Donna could even cut out photos and put them into these if she wanted to. And then right over here, we can either put a floral or like a little quote or something. I feel like this could be pretty right there. Oops. Stickers, like, yes, that's exactly where I wanted to go. These are sticky stickers. Oh my goodness. I need 2 hands for this. That's cute. I feel like this page could be done. I do kind of want to shift this over because I'm looking at the spacing in between things. I think it could be really tricky to start moving things now, but I think we can do it. And now just, oh, you know what? I moved that over because I didn't want to cover up that little button pin, but we can just go higher on it, and that's okay. All right, a lot going on right here, but I think that it works. We've got this other little leaf here. Let's add this in right over here. Make it look like it's somewhat part of that. Okay, now we need stickers for memories. So I'm going to grab Alpha Basics Volume 2 and I think we're gonna go ahead with the orange. So MEMORIES. 8 letters in memories. So we just need to get this centered across, and because I don't really trust myself, we're going to use a ruler for it. M E M O R I E and S. Okay, now let's move this over, make sure I have room here. And right here. Oops, there we go. That's where it was gonna go. Okay, now we're going to do the same with favorites. So let's get these letters down. I may need a sip of coffee for this. Not for this, but just needed the sip of coffee. I'm a little bummed because, so typically my morning routine is I wake up and I go into my office. Well, no, I wake up and I go downstairs and I like hit brew on the coffee. And then I come back upstairs and I look at my budget. I check my bank account, my credit cards, all that kind of stuff, make sure that everything looks good. And in the 2 minutes it takes to do that, my coffee is finished. This morning, it took a little bit more time. And by the time I went back downstairs, my coffee was not as hot as I'd like it to be. And because I just didn't even think about reheating it, because I just never do that, it's just a little lukewarm today, which isn't my favorite. Okay, because I'm looking at some washi here. I'm looking for like a brown, maybe. I also Don't know that we need it because we have the November there pretty nicely. I think that if I brought in washi, I would bring it in up here and not necessarily over here because I wouldn't have space to do the same thing. So we're just gonna put these down and then we'll look into anything else afterwards. Okay, now I also pulled out Rong Rong's neutral palette collection, which is good. I'm not necessarily gonna have the oranges that I'm looking for there. So I think that we need maybe autumn boxes, or I may do autumn shapes from Mojo Jojo Plans because I think that these boxes may be a little bit bright colors. Let's look at autumn shapes. I feel like these might work. I think I also have another autumn boxes. This is why my office is always a mess, because when I'm doing a video, I take out so many sticker books. These are good. These are really good for this. 1, 2. Let's see. We have 2. I tend to stick to square boxes for these favorite style pages, but I want to combine with some of these as well because I feel like that's part of what's going to make both of these spreads like together. Oh, one of these could work up here. Maybe the green. Remind me to get back to that. if only as I'm sitting here, you could give me feedback and remind me. All right. I also have one that I pulled out. I like these 2 stickers because they have the same pattern. And even though we didn't use them on the other side, I feel like they're nice and cohesive on this side. And then this one down here too. All right, so we're gonna put box here. Let's put this one over here. This one maybe here. This is a little bit smaller, so it's gonna go, whoops. Before I put that down, let's look at some of these, because again, I only have a couple, but it doesn't mean that I can only use the square boxes. It just tends to be what I prefer to use. So I'm not gonna have a ton of room unless I go sideways with something. We can do that. Let's go sideways. So the corner of my desk is just like collecting stickers right now. Let's go there with that. And then I think we're gonna do a double box. I don't have room width-wise for a double box, but I do have room height-wise. If you're trying to put a box down on a page like this, that's just a lined page and it doesn't really, it's not like, you know, a vertical layout or something where you only have so much room, try just kind of shifting the orientation because I feel like a lot of times that helps. Okay. Actually, I think we did it without even using the box stickers. Part of that was a need because I didn't have enough of the square stickers that I wanted. Okay, before I do any type of labeling on these, which I want to do, I want to come back to Autumn Allure because I saw that green strip that I really liked. And I think it'll be nice here, but I think I want to pull up the November. I did it. Didn't even need to use undo, which is good because like I don't know where my undo is, which is a little crazy because yesterday I posted a reel on Instagram demonstrating undo. So like, how is it possible that from yesterday to now, when I haven't really even been in my office since then? Oh, there it is. It was behind my lukewarm coffee. I'm just going to shift that down a tiny bit so that you can still see the color above it, but I think that that's really pretty. Favoriteses. I'm like double checking the spelling. Come on. Okay. Cute. Now, normally this is when I go in and label the favorites. I'm a little unsure on it because I don't know how I'll label these two. I think what we're going to do is, oh, these are cute too. I feel like we need a little, that says I love fall most of all. Let's do one of these. We need this one. Oops. Telling you, these stickers go where they want to go. Put one of these down here. That's pretty. And then maybe we do one over here. Season of Giving. I like those. Okay, maybe we do one more up at the top on the right side of the page. This is tough to pull off because it's really close to the, oops, that top area. Cute. Okay, back to this. I was looking for header boxes, so it looks like there should be some there. I have definitely used some. We've got 1, 2. I really only need 4 for this, for what I'm thinking. I have 2. I mean, I can find others. Actually, let's first see if there's any more. They would have been on this page. That's where I pulled these from. There would have been right there. So is that like the 4th page? It's highly likely that I already used them because, yeah, I did use them. Okay, these 2 are fine for right now. So we're going to put this right here and this right here. And then we'll take the other 2 colors. Let's put this one here. Shift it over maybe. I like that. And then I think that these are going to stay blank. I keep seeing this is like a little bit crooked. So I want to fix this sticker. That pulled off very nicely. As you know, that is not always the case. And I'm just going to line it with this line down at the bottom. Okay, now it's straight. Much better. Now, the one thing that I forgot to do before I sat down to film this was ask Donna or check back to see what labels we added here, because I do like to have some input from members when I can, because if I write down book and Donna doesn't read books, it's not gonna have a favorite book of the month. And so I just want to get that input from her of whether she wants me to leave them blank or she wants me to fill them in. So these are Donna's favorites and memories pages, and I can't wait to see how she uses them. All right, next up, we are doing a spread for Xandria. Now, oftentimes when I talk about doing a currently and a page with it, I mentioned the spines. However, Xandria doesn't actually use a happy planner. She is going to cut off the spines and put them in the planner that she currently uses. So her request was dark florals and hexagons. And as soon as I saw the request for dark florals, I knew immediately that I wanted to use one of the new Moody Blooms sticker books by Live Love Posh. These are so pretty and perfect for someone who wants dark floral. So I think that we're gonna start with these. And you can see already that I have my hexagon stickers ready to go. Now, I have to decide if I'm okay with covering up those holidays or not. I don't know if I am. So I think that we're going to put this here and kind of kick off the dark florals right there. Then the sticker book has some of these like little ones that we can include throughout the top, which is always a good way to add a little bit of decoration. Find those, white spots and add floral stickers. Really any stickers, but for me, florals are easiest with that. I need my scissors. In the meantime, in the break between filming these clips, which was only a few minutes, I actually reached out to Donna, who said to leave that other one blank because she's not sure yet which favorites she'll want to include. So that spread is good to go. I have gotten myself into a routine that I really like with these custom spreads where, I create them, I take photos, and I send them out because there have been times that there's been one time that I forgot to get it sent out. And I feel like I'm the kind of person where as soon as something is finished, I want to get it out the door so that I don't miss or mix up anything, because I feel like there's a lot that I'm juggling. So we will get these in the mail today, which I'm excited about. And I love this addition to my Patreon where I'm making these spreads because it's something that I really enjoy doing. I feel like it pushes me out of my comfort zone with being creative and, doing requests versus like just what I would do in my own planner. Okay, now we're not finished with this side, but I think I want to pause on it because I want to get the hexagon part ready. And I think I need to start with the right side of this set to see kind of how we're going to do this. So I'm going to pull out another corner sticker. I'm also not sold on this corner sticker yet because I feel like it kind of cuts off the spread. The only way that I'd be okay with it, I think, is maybe putting something here. Wait a second. I know we're like switching up everything, but if I take clear stickers are so hard to get off the page. Okay. Although she cuts off the spine, I actually don't have to punch this, but I want to make sure that there's still enough. Okay, I think that fixes it because then it kind of talks to each other, right? And that helps. So for this side, I'm putting the flowers down before I do the hexagons because I think it'll just be easier to map everything out that way. But I can't quite decide where they should go because if I have these here, maybe they should go on the opposite. Like this would go here. And then we would put one up here too. That probably makes the most sense. Sometimes it's like a puzzle. Okay. This is one of these weekends where I'm trying to get a lot of work done, but I'm not in a rush. But I also have a dining room table that came and chairs that I want to build. But I have to do the content work first because I'm very afraid that I'll break a nail. I am going to get a manicure next week, but I feel like as I start to build furniture, it's highly likely that I'm going to break a nail because that's just what happens for me. And I'm like, okay, let's do all the content work and then I can start building and putting together the furniture. So Mojo Dojo plans. we have this page with hexagons that I really want to kind of kick this off with. We're gonna go for these bigger ones, and maybe we'll go to the smaller ones on the other side of the page. I need to see kind of how we do here. Should this go here, maybe? I love hexagon stickers. I feel like they're just, they add a really pretty visual on pages. Oop. Oh, excuse me. We are in sneezy season. I feel like it's always sneezy season for me, honestly. All right, let's switch up the color a little bit and kind of how that's going. With two colors, it's tough because I can't like fully alternate. And then we can do, how many more do we have? 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 more big ones. So I'm not gonna have enough to fill this whole page. So before I move on, I want to see if there's any other hexagons in colors that might work that I can use as like supplementary. I don't know if this purple will work. I don't think it will. The green definitely won't. The brown, not really either. Yeah, I think that we have to stick with the final 3. I need like a second page of these. So we could do 1, 2, and 3, and maybe continue with floral down here. I could put 1, 2, and 3. I think we're gonna go here. And then here and here. I think that that's what will most avoid seeing like a weird gap. We'll have other space to fill in, but I think that that's going to be the best way to do this. I wish I could do something here. I'm kind of debating something. We're going to do an experiment. I'm not entirely sure that it's going to work. I'm going to cut these out and make another box. The reason I'm not entirely sure it'll work is because this is bigger than the actual hexagon stickers since it's the border of the sticker. Okay, so if I take that out, then I need some white paper. This is just like scrap sticker paper that I use for things like this. It's hard to get these down for me. There we go, but I did it. Now it is not perfectly the right color. It's a little bit more beige than the page I'm putting it on. Now, technically, I didn't have to put it on something because you would have had the lines underneath, but I was afraid that it wasn't going to look as good as these lines, so I thought we would just go with a blank one. So pulling off the back of this, let's see if we can get this to work. I think it worked. Once it's down, you know what, it looked more yellow because of the yellow backing. Once it's down, it actually looks pretty good. Okay, well, we just got that second page of hexagon stickers I wanted. It just takes a little bit longer to get there. Okay, I really think we just needed the one more. I don't think there's a need to kind of continue that. I think the one more right there was fine. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, I wasn't entirely sure that that was going to work, and then I would have felt stuck. I think that the one thing that can be hard for me with these custom spreads is sometimes, like, as I'm working on it, I come up with a question that I can't always ask while I'm filming, right? Like with Donna's, I stopped it because I was finished with the spread and I was like, okay, I can always add on to this, you know, later on. But I don't always have that ability. All right. Now I want to kind of come in here, but I think I need maybe something wider than that sticker. Let's try this one. Oops. I think that'll work. And then I kind of just wanted to put these little purple ones here. I have a little bit of the purple there. So let's cut this. I'm trying to get other stuff off the scissors because I feel like these florals will come in handy throughout the rest of the spread. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of take off a little bit of this stickiness because I want to put this down, but I don't want it to go over, so we're gonna cut it. I feel like I'm not getting a great cut. Like, it's not really piercing. Here we go. I never want to pierce through the other side of the page, but it's also kind of less relevant here because this page is going to be put into another planner. I feel like that's more something I need to be mindful of when I'm doing my own spreads that go like that the other side actually has more planning pages. This was where I wasn't getting the good cut. I don't know why I'm struggling with this one. Come on. There we go. All right. That's pretty. Now, I want to kind of continue up top here too. So let's take out this sticker. Put that there. And then I feel like we need to do something else, kind of like we did there with a little corner piece. This time, let's use the white. Actually, no, we're not going to use the white because that's going to be too difficult to like see through and cut. I'd have to do that all by touch and I don't trust myself. But here's a white one that's unclear. So again, you want to, the reason we're removing the stickiness is so that when it goes on this part, it doesn't stick too much and pull it up to the point that I can't, that I'm going to rip that sticker. Okay, so I'm going to push it hard where it's staying. And just kind of cut around this. These feel like very thick. I don't usually have that much trouble piercing through it. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Ah, I love how it's coming out. All right. I think that we're finished with this side because Xandria can go in and add what she wants to over here for the left side. Now, one thing I'm thinking about is the Moody Bloom sticker book does have some pre-made elements. There are some boxes in here that are actually quite pretty. They're not hexagons. I don't think that there's like a, don't you dare put anything that's not hexagon in it rule for this. So I am going to play around a little bit on the other side, but I do also want to still include hexagons. So this box is not actually big enough for that section. I think that we can fix it though with the addition of some florals. Well, actually, before I do that, if we want this to be currently, I need to grab my currently sticker book. So I'm looking for grateful for, because I feel like it's just a really good one to do always, but definitely in November. And we're going to put this down more towards the bottom. Then I'm going to take this sticker, which does fit, and we're just going to put grateful for right there. And then I think it would be pretty to add in some bullet points. This could be a journaling space for like an overall, but I think that we'll put some bullets in here. Come on. And all right, I like that. Oh, we also have some washi, which is cool. Okay, now let's backtrack to autumn shapes for a second. I think we could do a hexagon scene over here. I'm a little nervous about the size of these boxes if they were to be written in. But what I'm going to try to do is create a little bit more space between these than I normally do. I think that might help. But it's also fun to be able to experiment and play around. Now, one of the things in the spread I'm currently writing in my planner, I have these style boxes, and I've kind of learned throughout the week that not every single one needs to be filled in, because there's a ton in the planner because they fill up the whole planner the whole week. I'm kind of going across to make sure that I'm filling in a bulk of the space if I don't have enough. But I think we should be good. It's always tough with hexagons because they have to sit in a very specific way. But I love using them. And what's nice is we have some of the extras here that are good for filler. All right, we have 1, 2, 3. I actually think that we'll be good. This is coming out pretty cool. This one has to go right there so it doesn't cover anything. This one will go here. I think that, oh, that didn't go in the right spot. Oh, I ripped that. No. I think that actually the sticker going down here will kind of keep that. That's fine. Okay, now this, I'm gonna go right there. Look at those filler stickers. And I don't know that we really need that one. I feel like that's just kind of a, I don't know. I feel like it works up there, but I don't know that it really works down here. I can't decide. What I'm going to do is, again, remove some of the stickiness. My hands are clean. So I can put it down and then decide if I want to pull it up or not. I think we'll leave it. Again, sometimes with custom spreads, I do the thing because I feel like if Xandria wants, she can pull these off. So I'd rather put them down. if I don't dislike it, even if I'm not 100% sold. Okay. Whew. We got him down. Oh my goodness. Xandria, if you're watching, you wanted a hexagon and dark floral spread, and you've got it. Now, here's where I was like, are we going to be able to use these all for currently? Because I want to make sure that there's enough room to write. So we're just going to have to go high up with the letters, which was why I wanted more space. Reading. I'm trying to get to like shorter ones. That's not going to take up a ton of space to write. I know it takes away from the look a tiny bit with having these on paper and kind of pulling away from the hexagon shape. I could use clear. However, some of these words are going to be a little bit longer, like planning wouldn't fit. I'd have to move it down if I wanted to put planning there on clear. So we're just kind of going through it all. Watching. These gold stickers, actually, I think what we're going to do is use a few of them. I think we may do 3. Lucky number. 3 goals. And we'll do eating. I'm not going to put anything on these because there's just not enough room. But I did want to use prioritizing. So put currently away, go back to the sticker book. And I forgot that the sticker book had these like washi style strips. So I think that we can take this one here and do prioritizing. And then we'll use my knife. I need more water. Too much coffee, not enough water. And because I use that stripe on one side, I want to use it over here. Just like, it's tough with hexagons because they'd all have to be cut at an angle. Unless I like went down now. No, it's not gonna work. All right. Has to be cut that way. We need, this is a job for tiny scissors. And I think just adding this to a few of them will be good. Because once we have these angled the first time, we should be good to continue. I think like even just 2 of these is fine because I don't have it a ton on the other side. We're just kind of adding it as a little pop of something. Maybe we just do that top one also. Okay. Put the knife back on before I cut myself. All right. This is pretty. I think that we are finished. So we have Xandria's currently 2-page spread, and we have Donna's currently or favorites and memories. I like how different these look, and I hope that they love them. So I'll link everything that I used. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me today, and I will see you next time.